Welcome back, Grillman's Garage. Yeah, we're outside today with the X8 Mini, the Fimi X8 Mini version 2. Version 2. You can't get the version 1 anymore, the version 2. Let's see what we're going to do here. We're going to take a look at some of the tracking features, okay, and how it affects your video resolution, what you can and you can't do, and what's interesting about the lock mode in tracking, okay? Let's run the video and we'll talk to you at the end. Take care. We have the Fimi X8 Mini version 2, and we just had a flight, and you saw about the ISO not going back to auto once you switch it and stuff like that. So I'm just going to leave this all on full auto because this is going to be a little test on the tracking. Okay, now unless you're flying, everything's grayed out except for the waypoints. Okay, but we're going to do a smart track. Okay, and remember, there's some redundancies in here. Okay, so let's get it up and hovering, and we'll take it up and have a look around, and I'll get into what I'm talking about here. Okay, up it goes, and it's finished its takeoff, completed. It's got its home point set. Okay, so we're just going to go up and hover up so we can get a little bird's eye up there. Okay, nice blue sky, beautiful, and the contrast doesn't look too bad, but it can be better. Okay, if I come down, it'll lighten up a bit. See, a little contrasty, but I haven't figured out how to lock the white balance in this. If I do fluorescent, it turns out blue. So there's 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, we're just going to leave it on auto. Yeah, about there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so as I was saying, as you're looking at that, okay, as I was saying, now if I go into there, all these things are lit up. Okay, but there is redundancy. In here you see orbit. If I hit orbit, I have to fly over the center point, set the center point, then back out or forward and set a radius, etc., and it will take a shot in whatever settings I'm in. So right now I'm in down, this is 2.7 at 30K. So if I went to a regular orbit, okay, blah 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 blah, okay, and if I just said set the center there, okay, and then if I just go forward, okay, set the radius there, boom, and if I said go, just for fun, see it's 2.7K still. Okay, so let's just stop that. Okay, now then, if I go into the quick shots, which is one-click video, and I go orbit, please drag a frame around a target. Okay, so let's say if I went that thing there, okay, see it goes to 1080p. It goes to 1080p. I don't want that. Okay, so back to regular video. So that's the difference. Now watch this one. Okay, if I go into track and lock, blah blah blah, remember, read this, medium is the highest video image quality of intelligent flight. So I can't use, okay, if I go into here and I go to here, it says high. Okay, if I choose track lock, it says medium. So does it change it? Let's go and have a look. So let's just go there and see what happens. We're just going to go around, and it says 1080. Let's just take a little video there, and it's going to go around that little island there, and I'm surprised it's doing it because everything's the same, but we're just going to do a little one there. Okay, and we're up at 74 meters. Okay, so that's at 2.7K. Okay, so let's stop that. Okay, Now if we go into here, oh, I stopped my video. I'll have to check, okay, it says it's on high. I will have to check and see if there's a difference on the video. So let's take a little video here and we'll come back. It's a little orbit with the fingers and the hands. Okay, that's a little video there. Stop that video. Okay, so that's the differences, okay? If you're using, I call it the Android robot in the bottom, then it says you can only shoot in medium, but we're going to have to look at the two videos and have a look at that. So next I'm going to come back here, some flies. What I want to show you is something that I found yesterday. Okay, where's our home? Let's come down. There's our home. Oh, I got some flies in here. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. And we'll come back a bit. There we go. Okay. If I go to here, I go lock, and I like this. Just a minute here, okay? So if I draw around that, okay? And I go, I know I can go, and I'll start the video. I know I can go a left and right circle, and I can go all the way up to 4 meters per second. Okay? I know that. Okay? Now then, let's stop that. Boom. It should stop there. Okay? Now, I have to stop the video before this will light up again. Let's go back into this. Here we go. Lock. Okay. Choose the house. Okay, it's going to lock onto it. Wait till it stops. Okay, we're good to go. It's in the middle. Go. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my sticks. So if I just go left, I'm going to left at 1.5, 2. See what happens. Okay. I'm just going left. It's automatically doing. Oh, there we go. For some reason it kicked out. Don't know. Let's go back. Stop that. Okay, we have to come back in again. This is what happened yesterday. It's supposed to follow it. Okay, so let's go closer. Look down. So see if we can get a better. Okay, should be there. See if we can get a better lock on this one. Lock. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go. Go. And we're gonna just back up and see what happens. .2 and we're 70, 80, 90. See? You can do that. Okay. You just have to be careful. You have to be careful. So if I go forward again, you just have to be careful that it's not going to go out of the frame, or you're going to have that. You have to be careful you're not losing your target. Okay, the farther away you get, the target may not be as good. Okay, so now we're going to try one from over here. We're going to try one going to the left. Okay, so there's the lock there. Okay, and we're going to go left. 1.52 meters per second. Let's see what happens. Does it turn, or does it simply just run out of space? It seems to be doing a radius, eh? Yeah, so if you get a good lock and you're not hiding, you're not, oh, there it goes, see? Don't know. Another little glitch for Fimi to figure out. Sometimes work a little bit, not the way the book says. There you go. But as far as doing a quick orbit goes, if you've got a good lock on your subject, it's a really simple orbit using the lock mode, yes. But it's supposed to be that if that target is moving, it will keep that lock on and go around it as it moves. That's the whole idea behind the lock, okay? But it is interesting that you can do a really good, easy orbit with it as well, okay? And you don't have to set any parameters. Where you are, draw your box, poof, away you go. And you can still use your 2.7 or your 4K or whatever you want to use. Okay, let's see if we can do it a little bit better over here. We've got 57%, up at 74. Here's a red building, okay? Here's a red building. We'll go backwards. Okay, let's see if we can do it on here. Okay, it should be pretty good. So we'll go lock, lock, lock. There we go. Put it in the middle. Boom. Go. And we're just going to go to the right. It's going to bounce out. No, it's not going to bounce out. It's going to bounce out pretty soon. Bounce out. Boom. Yeah, it's going to lose it. Let's go back over here. It does a good, it does track, but not, it's not 100%. There we go. Let's get out of that. Okay, up we go. And notice the saturation is still pretty heavy, but it does look good. See the trees there? They're starting to go. Another couple of weeks, and it's like it's the last day of August now. So yeah, there we go. See what happens. Anyway, that's it. Let's do a wrap. So what do you think? The Fimi X8 Mini version 2. Okay. The tracking mode. It works pretty good. It really does. You just have to be careful. I'm sure if I had like an individual that was really contrasting against the background, it would hold a lot better. It's a great way to do an orbit. Okay, you don't have to do the radius and diameter and all that kind of stuff. It's not bad. So it's not too bad. It does have a usefulness, I'll say, okay? The orbits on these are really good because you can use whatever resolution you want to. Just remember, if you're using quick shots or whatever they want to call it, one-click video orbit, you're going to be reduced to 1080p. Okay, so if you want to keep the resolution up, use the orbit that's in the advanced flight features by clicking on the, I call it the Android robot, use that. And the lock mechanism is really good. Remember, if you use profile, it will go along the side. So if I'm here and I move forward, the drone is going to go along with it, okay? And if I'm trace, it's going to go from the rear. So if I'm going that way, it's going to follow me, okay? And if you use lock, it's going to lock on the target and you can do a radius around it, or if you're very careful, you can do it yourself manually, okay? There you go. Great little features, great little drone. It's got some issues, okay? We're going to work out that saturation issue and the ISO issue and send these reports off to Fimi, see what happens. But overall, not a bad little drone, not a bad little drone. I've had this up, about 15 times in the last 2 days. I've gone through about 8 or 9 batteries, so we'll keep on plodding along. If you've got any comments or any questions or anything you want me to do with it, let me know. Any not competition, any comparisons you want me to do. I know someone suggested, and I might do it, I want a comparison between this video and the X8 SE 2022 because they're so close. With this stacked CMOS and the SE's 1/2 inch CMOS, they're pretty close, okay? What I don't understand is how many years ago did the Mavic 3 come out? Oh, I'm sorry. How many years ago did the Mavic 1 come out? The Mavic Mini. And that had a 1/2.3 camera. Since then, everybody's been using 1/2.6s. 2.6, 2.6, 2.6. Now we've got 2.5, okay? But the 2.3 was so much better. Why didn't Fimi ever use that one? Don't know. Anyway, till next time, the questions are a million of them. Fimi's answering them slowly but surely. And as always, customer service, you have to go back and forth 5 or 6 times before you get some reasonable compensation for your anguish, your headaches, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and I try to help out as much as I can. So don't forget, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. If you feel generous, send me a coffee. Okay? Take care. Bye now.